I would have never expected that day one of deer camp in Pennsylvania with the Shirks would have landed me in the ER. I sliced my leg wide open through a freak accident of my bow falling on it and the broadhead going right into my leg, but I just thank God for the hedge of protection that he had around me, that it didn't hit a major artery. I was able to cut up t-shirts, get the wound to clot, and was able to hunt the rest of the day and then hobble my way back to the truck and finally got cell phone service, got back to deer camp. But this episode is packed with tons of adventure, with old friends, new friends. I'm really excited for you to join us in this episode of Revive Outdoors.
Pat, that's it, yeah.
She's actually my auntie.
Yeah. Don't forget those kind of faces.
So how long has your family been hunting these mountains here?
The property was first bought in 1974, and from 1974 to 1976 we stayed in a 8x32 like Airstream trailer, and we had like 8 or 9 guys for the first year, then it grew to like 12. Well, finally in 1976 we tried to cram 17 guides in that thing.
Whoa.
And that's when my dad said, no, we're going to build a camp.
Yeah.
So in 1977, we built this, all the family pitched in and built it, Gary's dad and our uncles and
cool
stuff. So,
Dang.
Yeah, quite a while.
and
Coming up on 50 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Y'all are going to have to have a 50th anniversary.
Yeah,
You know what? I honestly didn't think of that till you said that.
That's crazy.
Steve, how long have you been doing the guide? So you started the guide service?
Yeah, I've been doing about 12 years.
Dang, that's a long time.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't seem like it.
So for anybody that's maybe watching this, is there a certain time of year that you feel like your odds are higher than other times? Like obviously we're going into probably the best. This might be.
I think you're going to see the best week.
We might say have the best week of the year. That
Now we're going to delete this if you have a bad.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think around here is just a different type of hunting. Maybe you guys have hunted areas like this, or maybe you haven't. But I think, in my opinion, this is the most challenging. And I'm not also trying to make anyone think that your chances of success are slimmer. It's just, physically, the terrain and all that, it's going to make it more challenging. It's public land. So, in my opinion, if you do have success here, I just think the reward from it is, not that I've hunted everywhere, but the reward I get from it is one of the best feelings, that I think you can feel as a hunter. So,
Exactly.
There's something special about mountains, the scenery, just the whole adventure of it, and when it all comes together and the good Lord blesses you, it just doesn't get any better than that.
Colin, you ready?
I'm ready.
So what's your plan tomorrow?
Kill a bear.
Kill a bear?
Yeah, man.
If you see a bear, you're going to smoke it?
All day, every
You're
day.
not going to wait for a deer?
No.
Okay. What about you got 2 nice bucks coming to your spot?
I'll shoot them first, but I'd rather kill a bear.
There he is, y'all. The man,
The myth, the legend.
Timothy Waits.
Pennsylvania, sir, all the way from Alabama. We are hoping for a big whitetail, hoping to be blessed, maybe with a wild turkey, which is my favorite. And if we get scared by a bear, we may shoot it too. So, hoping for a good week in camp.
Day 1 of our hunt here in Pennsylvania. It is raining really hard, but as you can see, the colors are absolutely beautiful. Tim and Colin are heading to a spot that is closer to camp because they are interested in shooting a bear. There's been bear activity there as well as good deer. And so if they kill a bear, they can drag it down the hill to camp. But it's going to be a good day regardless. Getting to stay away from the world, and no cell phone service out here, and just remote, and just the beautiful mountains. So we'll enjoy ourselves and hope y'all enjoy riding along with us. It's beautiful down in here, but it's hard to get to. I've already walked 1.5 miles, and easing in this bottom, I jumped a couple of does, but it's raining hard. Rain's supposed to cut off here in about an hour, so I'm gonna go down and get set up. Alright, I'm set up in the tree. As you can see, I got this greenery behind me. I'm only probably, I don't know, 6 feet off the ground at the base of the platform. So I'm, probably 8 to 10 feet high maybe where I'm at. But I went over, I found a camera, I turned it off, I peed in the scrape, I turned the camera back on. As I was walking back to set up, this little 4-point comes running up to me. And I figured I'm in kind of darker camo, so I just started like walking around and moving like a bear. Just kind of rustled around in the leaves and then came over and hid behind a tree and videoed him, and he didn't pay me any attention. Once I got set up, I hung my gear strap, and I guess it was like on a knot of the tree because it fell down as I hung my crossbow. My crossbow went to fall, and when I grabbed it, I literally like forced it down and pushed the broadhead right into my freaking leg. So I'm standing here with a sliced leg. It's starting to clot up now, so I'm hoping that it'll be good. I'm definitely gonna need stitches though, so just gonna hold out until I can't and hope a big buck comes in, because that'll make one pretty cool story for the day. But it's raining, I'm cold, it's soaking wet, and yeah, feels like a great day to kill a big buck. I saw one coming in up on the hillside. He was bedded above me. He took off running over the ridge, but I don't think he was really big enough for me to shoot. It was really hard to tell, but it looked like he's about a 130-inch 8-point maybe, which I've been told is a really good buck for Pennsylvania. But I've got a couple bigger ones that Steve has on camera that I'm hunting, so that's what I'm after, if I can hold out. But if one comes in, works this scrape, I might just send it. I limped myself all the way back to the cabin, 6 miles deep in the woods, and I've made it back. I'm really thankful I didn't hit an artery and bleed out. I do have a tourniquet for that reason, but Gary over here has a wife who, if the urgent care is not open, who's going to make me bite down on a towel and stitch me up. But Colin, tell them about your day.
So I walked in, saw a buck at 80 yards before I even put the sticks on. Got in the tree good. Had a little young buck come in early. Probably 40 minutes later, I shot a nice 8-point. Trailed him for 800 yards. Just lost blood.
Ugh. Heartbreaking. And it rained all day. Like all day. At least where I was at. I don't know about y'all.
Me and Tim saw a bear about 30 yards. We got a cool video of it.
Cool.
Send that in.
Yep. So that bear is pretty big. Y'all should have shot it.
250 pounds is what they estimated. So it was pretty cool.
Man. Well, I'm about to head to urgent care and see if they're open. See if they can stitch me up. If not, Gary's wife's going to. So this is Chad. Chad's from West Virginia. Is this your first time out here in Pennsylvania?
No.
Okay.
No, I was here last year,
Cool.
but I grew up in southern Pennsylvania. So
Awesome.
not my first time.
Cool. Well, we're happy to hang out at camp with you.
Yeah.
All right.
Off to the
Tim, what do you think about today?
I know I'm tired. I was having a very good hunt until Colin come and started blowing the horn. And I've been walking from then till now. So, but no, productive. Got to see a bear. That was pretty cool. Seen a doe from the stand. Kind of looking forward to tomorrow.
And now he's making me drive myself to urgent care.
Right.
Look at this guy. Just sitting here in the cozy, warm cabin. I'm going to go drive myself to urgent care with the leg split open. All right, we made it to the ER. Thanks to Mr. Steve. What do you think? Has anybody that's hunted with y'all in the last 40 years
Yep.
ever had this happen?
You're the second one that's come to the ER.
Oh man, what was the other reason?
The guy was skinning a deer at the camp, and he had it hung up by the tendon, and as he was skinning it, the knife hit the tendon. That's where the rope went up through the tendon. Then the hind quarter came down and pushed the pushed the knife into his wrist.
Oh,
So he was here.
yeah. Well, that stinks.
Yeah.
Well, number two.
Yeah.
I'm just thankful I'm alive, but gonna go back and get a tetanus shot and some stitches. Definitely not how I expected my first day in Pennsylvania to go, but thankful I'm alive. Thankful I didn't have to use my tourniquet. Thankful that I get to hunt tomorrow and go home to my wife and kids. Getting it all cleaned up. Yuck. Well, just got it sewn up and the numbing shot did not work. So that was fun. Must as well just done it myself. Came here because they would numb it. No, I had to get obviously it cleaned and get antibiotic shot, tetanus shot, all that. So, but good to go. All right, got all stitched up and got about 3 hours of sleep and tossed and turned from pain in my leg, but now I'm headed out for day 2 of my hunt, headed back to the same place. Hopefully Big Buck comes to work that scrape today and the rut starts getting fired off. So Colin again shot one yesterday. They're gonna go try to find it again today, but it's not seeming to be lethal, so he may jump back up in the stand and get another one. He said he was covered up. Tim said he was seeing deer. The only person that didn't see really anything is me, but I'm in a spot that at any moment that could change, so I'm gonna get to it. I just made it back into the stand. As you can see, it's very bright outside. I slept in a little bit just because of staying up so late from the hospital. Got in here, the scrapes have been freshened up. It's so fresh that I can smell from my stand. I can smell the buck. So I'm hoping I didn't miss him come through daylight this morning, but it's okay. My leg was hurting, and sometimes you gotta take care of yourself. But I did a card swap on the camera, so we'll see what time he came through later when I get back to a computer. Well, that's frustrating. I don't know if I got it on camera, but the one of the 2 shooters just came through over here to my right, and it's super thick, and he worked a scrape for a while, and then he moved on over into the cutover. So I never could get a shot the direction he went and the way he was coming through. He never came over to these scrapes, unfortunately, but maybe another one will come through, or either he'll come back later. But it's really frustrating. I just got down and went and scouted and found kind of the corner of where this cutover comes down. This thicket is, and the stream comes through. It's kind of like a little triangle with a few different pinch points. I'm sitting in one of the pinch points already, and then there are 2 others, one going to the stream and then one going into the cutover. Yeah, it just gives me more intel on the buck that I'm hunting. Seems like he's traveling down and across the stream and then up through the middle of the cutover on this logging road and then going up into the hillside where I saw him yesterday. So I'm just hoping I can figure him out between now and day 6 and put a tag on him. After experiencing the frustration of having a giant Pennsylvania mountain buck that close and not being able to tag it, I was just really annoyed, and I just decided I would go back to the truck. I'd been pouring sweat. I'm like, I'll change hats, maybe change up my luck, and then, well, you know what, I'm going to walk down this different ridge line back to my spot, and sure enough, there's a bunch of rubs, scrapes, and then boom, there's a buck. Meh. Oh man, that was awesome. So I'm 3.5 miles back, and I'm coming across all kinds of rubs and scrapes, and all of a sudden I see this buck moving to my left. It's a younger 8-point, but I told myself if I see an 8-point or better, I'm shooting it, just cause this hike sucks. So just saw him. He was at 35 yards. Heard it hit him. I think I got it on the 360 camera, but man, that was crazy. I gotta try to find blood. Alright, got blood. It's good blood right there. I can tell by looking at it. Well, I'm looking for him. What's crazy is I can smell him, but there's like no blood anywhere. There's just little droplets here and there. I just found him. Oh my gosh. There he is, man. What a beautiful Pennsylvania mountain buck. Nice 8-point. Heck yeah. Hunt's over. Alright, so now I am walking the 2 miles back up to the top of the mountain. So that's where my truck is parked, and that's where I think I may be able to get service to call them and let them know that I need help to come drag this deer out. But we will see. Oh, hopefully I don't have to drive all the way back to the camp. Man, I'm happy to have one down. Happy the hunt's over, and now I just gotta focus on Tim and Colin getting one. And I saw that 150-inch deer this morning, and this one just walked into my lap. I couldn't resist it. As the saying goes, you know, if you wouldn't let it walk on the last day, don't let it walk when you see it now. So, I'm gonna make this trek out. God, I just thank you so much for just such a special trip, a special buck. I thank you for the safety. I thank you for new friends. I thank you for old friends. God, I thank you for each and every person that's watched this video. I pray that you would move in their life in a new way, in a powerful way, one that they can't ignore. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.